Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays Slay the Spire. Excuse me, what do you mean continue? Did okay, I guess I alt F4'd after winning that last run. Well, thanks for watching. I can't believe we had a successful run that had a 696 point score. That's pretty low. But we're gonna try, oh my god, take it all the way down to 0 here. We're gonna try, hold on, let me think. I don't want to do 999 block again, just because we tried a couple of times recently. We did do the common and uncommons only. That was easy-ish. There's still speed climbers, single relic, and neon barricaded. I kind of want to try single relic, but as the defect, so mix it up ever so slightly. I definitely think, I mean, the defect. Remember, you can't take a relic. This is me talking to myself. You cannot take a relic at all. I'll definitely go with the steam barrier for now, but I definitely think for single relic runs, I mean, you gotta believe that you're really gonna choose to be either the defect. Just making sure we can get there. You're gonna be either the defect or the ironclad. Like, I mean, you could make a good deck and a winnable deck with any starting character, but to have the biggest advantage, you obviously want your first relic to be good. Now, I do think that Burning Blood is substantially better than getting a, oh, we gotcha. Than getting a single lightning orb to start with, but getting a single lightning orb to start with is really good for like a discrete burst of damage, so, dude, I don't know. We're adding a little bit too much block into the deck, to be honest with you. I'll take a sweeping beam for AoE purposes, but I know I'm saying it over and over again here. I feel like I need to remind myself and also remind everybody else. You can't take any other relics. Okay, take a Doom and Gloom. And then honestly, I think cut a basic defend. Try to keep this deck thin enough to do what it needs to do. There is a second elite fight here, so let's hit this one first. A Dark Orb is also super advantageous here. Obviously, like, what do I want to build with a, and you might not like this, but I think getting this out here allows two dual casts, which is really useful for me, but, Frost Focus is typically, like, my dream build. I mean, this guy, he's gonna do a real number on me. Let's not get it twisted. You gotta do something like that, and then hopefully next turn the explosive potion can make up some of the difference for us, because I've been playing. Yeah, we are gonna need to pop this. I've been playing as the ironclad so long, I keep forgetting. You know what? You just took the relic. You just instantly took the relic. Abandon run. I forgot that you don't heal in between fights, but also I forgot not to take another relic. So that's a bummer, dude. That's pretty dumb. Give me the max HP in this situation. We're not on Ascension, so we can deal with it a little bit. Okay, now recall, you literally cannot pick up any relics. It's just such ingrained muscle memory, you know? I can't get it out of my head, like Kylie Minogue said in her landmark song, The Locomotion. Now, taking 1 damage is fine. Like, oh, dude, try me on a claw deck here. Absolutely. I was hoping to pick up another claw, as you might have expected. But instead, I'm actually gonna, early on here, just cut a card. I think I've come to respect removal a little bit too much, but you know me. When it comes to, like, Slay the Spire, I don't do anything in balance. You know, things, I'm like, it's garbage, I'll never take it. And then, like, a month later, I'm like, dude, why would I take anything but this? It's okay. Thin deck plus claw equals some kind of sustenance that we can get around here. So I do like auto shields and I do like Doom and Gloom, but I think a hologram maybe a little bit more advantageous for us early on here. I doubt we'll hit a shop, so I'm actually gonna not, like on the rest of this floor, so I'm not gonna take weakness. You got 15. I definitely cannot kill you. 15 total, once you factor in the block. Dual cast plus strike equals you're dead. So far, so good. We're obviously looking like more claws would be something. Streamline does get better, but toss me a scrape, and let's try to build a cool zero-cost deck here. First things first, you definitely upgrade the hologram. Now it's basically hologram plus claw, which is extremely, well, extremely okay. And remember, just because scrape didn't hit anything there, it means we're definitely going to draw claw next turn. Now, is that worth all that much? Possibly not. Just got to make sure. 3 will take you down to 38. I could take you to 35 by playing that. 35 is totally fine. Then we just draw a dual cast ideally, and that's exactly how that went down. And you're still going to take another 2. You're going to be at 12. Claw's going to do 7 if we get it. But we're weak. So it's only doing 5, but that's okay. I mean, it did get the job done. It's really the slimes in our inventory are causing us problems right now. There's not a whole heck of a lot we can do about that. I do like ball lightning, but I think on Ascension 0 we have the added advantage of not having to... I'm waking him up, dude. The added advantage of not having to, you know, force these good cards early. It might be breeding bad habits for Ascension 20, but I think we can afford to be like, you know what? Maybe our deck is not super incredible at the present moment, but we can afford the... It's like, the word I'm looking for is not like addition through subtraction, but it's kind of similar. It's like prevention, basically. By not adding cards to the deck, we're thinning the deck out proactively instead of having to do it later. And I gotta say, like, probably dual cast is better than claw, but it is a hard pill to swallow. Yeah, sure, we're taking damage here, but we take damage against this guy literally every single time we fight him. So this didn't go too badly. Just do not take the Maw Bank, brother. I would like better defense, but I think we can take a beam cell. It's a good early upgrade target. Of course, do not take these, even though Data Disc is lovely. We probably will need to rest, is my expectation. I think it was a very solid steroid potion. It's basically 15 damage. 15 damage to a single enemy, but 15 damage nonetheless. I'm not willing to take the chance that... lightning would have struck you in order to guarantee ourselves the 4 extra block. Who's our boss? It's starting to get irrelevant. You know, against the Guardian, can't quite get you. Against the Guardian, I don't think we need full HP. I wouldn't mind getting a self-repair. And I really think if we pick up a self-repair, we basically don't have to worry very much about resting, you know, maybe maximum once per floor. I mean, this fight went very well. Remember, don't take the relic. White noise is kind of tempting, admittedly. It's not like we're doing much else, and it does start to cost 0 pretty soon. I will remove a card from the deck. And I'll take another basic strike out of here. I will, this time, I'll heal just to be safe, but I don't think it was strictly necessary. So there's a couple, like a lot of really good choices here. White noise, I think, to make it cost 0, even though we only get to use it once, is pretty good. Remember, don't take it. I gotta remind myself, and I'll probably remind myself after the boss as well. And then Beam Cell to get double the vulnerability is worth a lot. I think we're gonna be fine here, mostly because of Claw. Claw will get progressively stronger. Defrag is totally fine as well. So you'll definitely, like, defend, Claw, hologram. I don't mind taking a little damage, but I'm not going to hit you again. You know what? I will hit you again. Why not? Just get you a little further down the line. And then we'll just post up. But yeah, I'll admit, Frost would also be nice on this deck, but there's no way we can get the kind of relics that would necessitate focus. or that would feel necessitated by trying to run a focus build. We'd have to do it entirely on cards. Now that I think about it, though, most of our Frost focus builds, and I'll admit it's been a while, but most of our Frost focus builds were card-driven. You know, relics were always nice, but it was mostly like having defrag and having it upgraded, having some bias cognitions, and having the card I can't remember that takes an orb slot and gives you focus. I don't know if I should still be using Claw in this situation, but it is doing a lot of damage. I guess it's just nice, it's a reminder, I guess, that being on Ascension 0 slaps pretty hard. Because you can make a lot of... I would call them mistakes for sure, but simultaneously they're fun. You can play suboptimally and still not feel like, oh, you know, 6 turns ago I accidentally played XXY instead of YXY, and, you know, now I'm dead forever. Like, Claw, it'll ice you. We might as well just do it. And we don't have to worry about not healing to max. So don't take the relic. Hyper Beam is pretty interesting here. Like, we don't rely on focus at all. So having good AoE like that might be advantageous. We do use dual cast, admittedly. Machine learning is also pretty good. I just think it's more fun to try a machine learning deck, to be honest. Can't take it. Don't even look at it, because all of them are... They're very interesting. Okay, I'd prefer not to fight an elite, maybe on floor 2. Kind of Ascension 20 strats. What do we need in this deck? I wouldn't turn up my nose at having more claw opportunities. Opportunities to get more claws. You know what I'm talking about. I would also... I mean, we gotta smack you. You know, maybe I can... don't pop the power potion on this turn. See how it goes next turn, but a buffer might be in order. I think you definitely like Claw, Hologram, Claw. Then the question is, like, what do you do next? I was hoping it would be a buffer. It's not a buffer. It will summon a lot of lightning, but let's just put up maximum block here. Could have gone worse, but we did use a potion. I think let's be real careful here, because, like, block is pretty important for us. I don't think we have it yet. I'm gonna go for the eyes, which is kind of like a block. I know that seems ridiculous, but shop's too far away in my opinion. Let's just go for the straight upgrade. It's kind of like a block because of the weakness that it could apply. Another claw is like a must buy in my opinion, and hold on, how much does charge battery? 53. I will definitely take it. Energy is at a real premium. I'm gonna cut a basic, put charge battery in the deck, and we got a 16 card deck that keeps you know, getting some addition through subtraction. Would have been nice to make a Zap 0, so we could have brought it back, but, you know, we're choosing our cards, in my opinion at least, choosing our cards fairly wisely for what we want in the future, but maybe you disagree with that. I mean, I'm not the best Slay the Spire player on planet Earth. I'm learning, and I will be learning forever. What are we drawing? Defend. Okay, well, let's just send these out here, see what you get. Lucky reshuffle, honestly, could have been a lot worse. You are dead. Excellent. No complaints. I will probably take a second upgraded charge battery. I know we have a deck where like the average energy cost per turn would probably be considered pretty low, but it's a good block. It's worth 2 basic defense plus the energy cost on top of it. So I'm feeling pretty solid right now. Just want to see what we could get that would cost 0. The answer, unfortunately, was nothing. How much damage are you doing? 8. Nothing to worry about, really. So let's put a beam cell out there, just so the vulnerability keeps ticking. 12 damage. Nothing to worry about yet. Well, you know, I don't want to take damage here. 22 damage. Now I'm starting to get a little annoyed. 16 damage is still pretty bad. Especially with 0 block. I'm telling you, do one self-repair, and it all starts coming into focus, dude. I'd rather scrape and hope for some 0-cost cards. It's not the 0-cost card I was hoping for, but that's okay. So we gotta do like 16 damage to you this turn. Seems very doable. What I meant to say is it seems barely doable, but there we go. I think definitely a Steam Barrier is really good as well, but an upgraded, and I'll hit it right off the bat, but an upgraded buffer is like maybe a must-have, especially depending on these second floor bosses. He doesn't have like as big of a turn as Large Man with Sword, but still something I'd be concerned about moving forward. This guy's also annoying. I'm very happy to have weakness, let's put it that way, even though it doesn't work on turn 1. So we might have to use our potions effectively here, because, yeah, you do 21 damage. I'll block almost all that. It's really like, if we play to defend, we might as well play 2 defends. Like so. Now we're taking no damage. It's fine, we'll draw Claw faster next time. We also have a potion left over. The block potion, I mean, it would not surprise me at all if it ends up being extremely important. So let's hit you with that. Let's scrape real quick, draw some more zeros. No zeros to draw, brother. Could have drawn, now that I think about it. Likely would have gotten a few there. At least 1 or 2. He's got us in a weird spot, for sure. Stack will actually be pretty good here, but look at the 0 cost. So hitcha, hitcha. Definitely a charge. Definitely a charge. We get to 21 block exactly. I'd say that's a pretty lucky turn of events, all things considered. Okay, this is good. Now we get to apply weakness. You're doing 15 damage. Hit you again. Stack's still ticking, but you want that to go as late as possible, because I really doubt we can get you. This is like 10 damage. You'll be at 13 with a lot of block. Let me see, 15. I really think we pop the block potion, and then we just go to town. Might have been able to get there without the block potion, but, you know, HP is a little bit more precious as this guy than it is as the Ironclad, so I stand by it. Definitely, you know, I think our claws are doing the right thing. You can't take it. I almost clicked on it just out of inertia. Even now, you gotta stay vigilant, dude. Okay. Hit me with a beam cell. Charge, hologram, charge. It's that easy. We take no damage. We got lots of energy next turn. Didn't really draw, like, what I wanted to draw at all, but... Yikes, dude. Actually, this might be an okay turn to actually pop you. Draw 3 cards. That's a bummer. Yeah, I think because of buffer, we might as well just ice you. And then go like this. Doesn't really matter if you're weak for this turn, but to be weak longer term is very advantageous for sure. At least we're getting a quicker shuffle next turn. You never know what we could get out of that. You're doing 12 damage. We got enough to get there, which is nice. Definitely we'll start here. And I think I'll probably just dual cast you. We're like right on the cusp of being able to make this run work. For this floor, I might add, which is dangerous. But I think more energy plus more draw is actually the principal things that would help me out the most. So more energy pretty much only comes from plasma here. I guess a recycle would also, it could do the trick. Definitely should have played the charge battery there, but because we can't take relics, of course. I definitely think that another upgraded hologram is not beyond the realm of success here. Gotta love it. That's a pretty good start. Now, the claws, I feel like they're doing well, but I also do feel like we gotta make them whip around just a little bit faster. You know, I don't know if we're gonna get strong enough, fast enough to make up for the growth that most enemies are gonna have in terms of their abilities. So I figured we might as well put up no block this turn, because we weren't gonna put up enough to cover the attack that he was doing regardless, so... Okay, capacitor is, as you know, not worth very much here. That's fine. We drew 1 0-cost card. We don't have to block this turn. I actually think... I mean, a zap dual cast is a little 50-50. I think I'd rather... Well, let's see. Probably have 2 more claws. I really think we should go for the scrape. 2 more claws of beam cell and to go for the eyes. We're gonna draw. I was just gonna say, if we drew 2, I'd consider it a bonus. And I think we got more value out of that than we would have just by bringing a claw back. But I'm also too much of a coward to crunch the numbers myself. Because that might disprove me. For all I know. So, we have the damage covered. That's very nice. Very, very important, of course. This is unlikely to happen. We have like a pretty bad AoE setup. Oh, game almost crashed, I think. A pretty bad AoE setup for the final boss. I don't think any of this really appeals to me all that much. Not for the final boss, sorry, for the boss on this floor. Let's scrape first, see what we get. Obviously, another thing that would be huge on this would be an all-for-one. Odds of the all-for-one happening? Not necessarily strong. I'm actually going to hologram scrape and go for the freaking fences. I was just going to say, if we get anything out of it, I think it's good. But it also draws faster, hopefully to get us to something like a buffer if necessary. Well, we will play everything. I think this is a great time for this. You're doing 21 damage. How about 0 instead? Hopefully we get a potion from this fight. Another 21 damage, so we do have weakness. That's kind of what I'm banking on here. So this right now we need 7 block. We can definitely get. Let's just get there. The lightning is still doing progressive damage. He's gonna take a turn to debuff you, presumably. Now you get another turn to go do what you can. 17 HP basically puts us in like good dual cast range, I think. Not dead yet, dead. Okay. And we got a potion back anyway. I don't think we need any of those other cards. I think it's been a pretty decent run so far. That's my 2 cents at least. I will try to kill you. We got 15 damage coming out here. That's not a little bit. It's not that bad. Yeah. As much as I love machine learning, I think it was the 5th best card for us to play there, given the energy cost associated. We might as well try this. And, I mean, the buffer is still really good for taking this guy out. I'm not salty about that. It's gonna be a decent scrape in all likelihood. Can we get the 7 block? Pretty easily. I got no problems with that. As long as we have buffer, we can have a truly awful turn and have nothing to worry about. We can have 2 truly awful turns and have nothing to worry about. Especially if he's not attacking. I'll still play this, of course, but... So we just don't want to see a ×2 on him. 21 damage is whatever, dude. It, like, literally does not matter. Because we have lethal next turn, just don't play anything else. I don't want to play anything that could fill our deck with dazes and maybe lead to a terrible draw. What are my claws doing? 13? That's enough. I'm happy with our potion setup, honestly. Draw's great, but we really can't have burns filling our deck. I think this has been a respectable second floor. I do worry a little bit about our capabilities moving forwards. We'll see. There's not a particularly strong first floor here, or first encounter. I'm gonna rainbow, because I really think we need the damage. And then we're just gonna, like, honestly smack the crap out of you. Rainbow, unfortunately, exhausts, which I forgot about until this exact moment, so... 16 damage. Really? I'll take 6. In all likelihood, we had the rest before the boss anyway. This Dark Orb is lying in wait. It's gonna do some great stuff. You just gotta give it a little window. I gotta find a way to hit you for 8 damage. Draw Claw, please. Thank you. Slightly more efficient use of our resources, I think. I think you just go ahead and bite the bullet on this. Recognize you're going to be taking some damage in the process, and you know, you learn to live with it. Oh, you can definitely be killed. Okay. Really need these claws to come back around. This is starting to get a little touch and go. Never mind. You're super dead. It was easy. Fruit juice. That's great, dude. I think if it had happened like even just a couple of rooms ago, I might have taken genetic algorithm. I do think it's pretty good. So I think turn 1, play machine learning. Get yourself out in front of the danger. And, you know, a zero-cost hologram, or sorry, a one-use hologram, I think to get your claw amped up slightly faster is maybe not the ideal use case, but I don't really have that many options, so I do worry about my chances of success on this fight specifically. Let's not bury the lead. The second floor boss seems to be like a huge, I don't mind rolling through buffer. We can always get buffer later, and it'll probably be a little bit more effective, honestly. But I even think we save the weakness potion until he gets a little bit more attack heavy. Anyway, what I was gonna say is this tends to be a little bit more of a stopping point. Maybe is a good way to describe it. This is where the game tends to get, you know, separate the runs that have a chance from the runs that, perhaps, not to be rude to myself, but do not have a chance. Or the players that do not have a chance is another, maybe, way to describe it. So, this is weird, because, like, buffer, I mean, we're on lethal damage right now, yes. But buffer would only block 20, which is not horrible, but is definitely not what I'm looking for. So I think instead, you accept, that you're going to be riding the lightning a little bit here. Swing for the fences. And who cares about 3 block, dude? That's garbage. So, because we're not being killed, we're going to let it ride. I'm telling you, if we can use the buffer to block 2 of his big hits, life would be but a freaking dream. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's not looking so hot, and you would be absolutely correct. But check this. Okay, we're still alive. And might as well go for the ISU. Keep you weak as long as possible. He's not attacking anymore. That's wonderful news. I do appreciate... Dude, the claws? I'm not saying they will get us there. But they're doing 20 damage each now. And he's taking another turn off. We don't need much. We need like 2 claws to kill him. Oh my god. Well, I really anticipated a death there, but those claws started to roll. I do think electrodynamics is really valuable for us on floor, like room clearing. I think that's probably our best option. Little too late to respec into a power build. You can't take it anyway, just torture yourself. I mean, you can take... Oh, that's true, I could have taken the frozen option last time, because it replaces our starting relic, but... Yeah, it's a bit of a tactical oversight. Would we have... Yeah, we would have rather had that, because it would have kept our... it would have given us 3 frost orbs whenever we weren't full, instead of giving us... what it actually gives us, which is 1 lightning orb 1 time. It's much worse, of course. So, I'm not gonna let that get me down, though, you know. You don't need perfect play to win a run, and I'm aware of that because I don't know if I've ever played perfectly, and yet, somehow, I have some wins. What we do need to do, I mean, this is not going badly, so far. I would rather not play the buffer, given a choice. If I could actually rather just hologram back like a claw, shuffle, get more claws. All we gotta do is hit you for 11 next turn, which is pretty simple. But I do... we're good. I think this deck is real close to not having a chance at all. Definitely, I was just gonna say upgrading cards would be good. We really... You can no longer heal, though? I think we gotta go 9.99 gold, 2 normality, but then we have to hit 2 shops. And there's like... There's 1 guaranteed shop. Upgrade all cards you can no longer heal. We can't skip this. So here's the thing. Fight a boss for no reason other than to maybe get a card. Or get 2 normality. Normality is real bad for us. Who's our boss, though? Is it Time Lord? It is Time Lord. So maybe normality's not the end of the world. Okay. I'll take 2 normality. The other thing is, sometimes you're going to draw 2 normality on the same turn. Look at that. We need to be able to heal, and there's no point in getting a rare relic. Unless it was a better option for us to get the rare relic. Dude, I'm so happy that's free, because I was about to pay for it. Unless getting the rare relic, or fighting for the rare relic and then not taking it might be your best option, I guess. Versus all the other ones available. So this will give me 4 energy back, so not a bad play there, I guess. But simultaneously, we are still taking 6 damage, but these guys should be pretty easy to ice next turn. I was just going to say like a single dual cast. Doesn't get us there. Well, you gotta... As an easy choice to put the buffer out there. We definitely have to drop the freaking dual cast. What do we have for energy? 3 energy. Or sorry, we have to drop the normalities is what I meant to say. Well, this saves us a bunch of damage. And then can we finish you off? Yes. I'm just hoping against hope. Shop. Not a shop. Dude, honestly, I'm gonna take Purity and just hope for the best. We can always hologram Purity back into our hand. And I don't like it any more than you do. I'm recognizing the amount of damage we're taking to get this going. But it is the 3rd floor and things are getting slightly more desperate. I'll definitely admit to you that we are like... We're swinging for the friggin' fences, dude. I can't guarantee that we're going to have a chance. We're also deviating a little bit from our standard operating procedure, which up to this point has essentially amounted to play as many claws as possible. But the only reason we're deviating from it is fear. Wait a minute, is that what I meant to say? No, yeah, like fear, but also, I mean, you gotta change your run in response to the circumstances at hand, you know? I don't think we need any of that. Aggregate is like, it's close, but energy is not really our predominant concern, right? So we're just hoping that, I mean, obviously 1 shop, but if one of those 2 question marks can be a shop, extremely, so you're saying there's a chance, voice, so you're saying there's a chance. Okay, buffer. We're really getting burned, to be honest, by the by not drawing enough block in our first couple of turns. And that might be because we don't have that much block. yeah, that seems justifiable. We actually just might as well scrape because our block doesn't do anything for us. Thanks to the buffer situation we got. Now you gotta go, but you're gonna go via lightning, basically, so. I know this seems ridiculous. It may in fact be ridiculous. That looked like the right path to me. I don't know, man. We might not even live to the shops. I'm gonna do my darndest to make sure that's not the case, but times are getting tough here. This is with a rest at our campfire, by the way. Just really putting up as much block as we conceivably can. I mean, here's the thing, dude. Having, a crap load of money isn't really worth that much if you die before you get a chance to spend it. So, wow, you're really not dead, huh? You're gonna live with 1 HP. I can't afford to take the hit, in my opinion. Defrag is probably close. I think this fight will probably kill us. Loop is not what we needed. Are we alive? We're alive with 6 HP. Come on. Just hold together, dude. 20 damage. Get that out of here. We're alive with 1 HP. Please, I just want to spend the gold. Oh, that's a lot. That's too much. Closing time. It was a fun run. Yeah, it didn't work out. Life goes on. Hey, for now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It's a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. We'll keep trying on these. I like these challenges, actually. And I'll see you next time.